Oh, he born in Kenya to a trailer trash mama, that hippie liberal of the day. His socialist daddy, named Osama bin Laden, hated our U.S. survey. Well, they snuck him into our red, white, and blue, and named him Barack Hussein. Like his dad and his mommy, old Barack's a commie. He smokes dope and snorts that cocaine. Oh, he hates our Jesus, and he hates our guns, and he hates the American way. He wants to kill babies and tax all our money and destroy the U.S. survey. You think that a man ought to marry a man and a woman should marry a girl. So please, dear Lord Jesus, do something to please us. Impeach him back to his own world. So put him on a boat or put him on a plane. Deport him back where he belongs. Oh, please send on back that old commie Barack. But just you don't take very long. Howdy, Frank Eugene Cruz here, welcoming you great conservatives to this program. I just want to say that if you are lizard-licking, tree-hugging, pablum-puking, Obama-kissing liberal, I want to tell you that Jesus loves you. I also want to say, get off my channel, you creep! Good evening, fellow conservatives, and all you liberals that be snooping in. You stick around, you liberals, because I'm going to give you an education you ain't never going to forget. This here Bobby Lee Cruz, and I got exclusive proof tonight that Barack Hussein Obama was born in Kenya and is not a U.S. citizen and has no right to be president. And after you hear and you see this proof, there's going to be no doubt that he got to be impeached. And I call upon the House of Representatives to immediately begin impeachment proceedings. Now, Barack Hussein Obama long tried to keep his birth certificate a secret. Now, the governor of Hawaii, Governor Linda Lingle, who a Democrat, has taken Barack Hussein Obama's birth certificate and sealed it so no one can look at it. But before she did that, Obama, under tremendous pressure during the campaign, released a so-called birth certificate document. And we're going to look at that document tonight, and I'm going to prove beyond a doubt that it's a forgery. And we're going to put it up on the screen. I know Frank always had trouble with his interns. Can we all put that up there? Are you a liberal or a conservative intern? I'm a conservative, sir. That's good. Then get that document up there, boy. Alright, I want you all to take a look at this very closely. Now, you know the people that faked his birth certificate were pablum puking, lizard licking, Obama hugging, tree kissing liberals. They're all pot smoking hippies. That's all they is. And you know these politically correct people, what they gotta use all they politically correct language or they not happy. For instance, you can't call someone a short person. Someone be 5'4", 5'2", man. It's alright for a woman to be that short, but a man 5'2", then they kind of a little bit of a short person. But you can't call them a short person. You gotta call them a horizontally challenged. And there ain't nothing wrong with them, but I don't like having to call someone horizontally challenged, or maybe vertically challenged. That's right, a fat person horizontally challenged. I can't even keep up with all this political correctness. Well, anyway, they take Barack Hussein Obama's birth certificate, and what they do is they forge it. Now, it's very interesting. Now, take a look at it very carefully, because this has been staring everyone in the face, and old Bobby Lee Cruz is going to prove it right now. The liberal political correctness of the person that forged this document has got Barack caught. Now you look and say mother's maiden name, Stanley Ann Dunham, up there at the top. You know, I'm against abortion, but boy, I wish we'd had it back then when he was born. I wish I'd have paid for old Stanley Ann to have one myself. And God forgive me for saying that. Now, you look at the mother's race. The mother's race was Caucasian. Caucasian. Now we got the father's name, Barack Hussein Obama. That's right, folks. His daddy got the same name as him. Surprise, surprise. Now, you look at the father's race down there. What does it say? African. Now, that's very interesting, because African is not a race. Now, politically correct people now know that we have to call everybody who is African American, we got to call them African American, or you accused of being racist. Now, in 1961, when the Antichrist Barack Hussein Obama was born, a black person's race would have been listed as Negro. Now, sorry I offended people for using that term, but back then, they were considered three different races: Caucasian, Mongoloid, and Negro. And you look at any African American's birth certificate from the 1960s, and their race is going to say Negro. It ain't going to say African. So there you have it, my friend. This is the proof positive. Barack Hussein Obama forged his birth certificate. He probably did it himself because he wanted these politically correct, or maybe he had Michelle do it because she even worse than him. They forged his birth certificate, and then they put it out and released it to the public, but it's just one of their lies. But this here lie is an impeachable offense. It should be an impeachable offense to be president who was not eligible to run. It'd be like if Arnold Schwarzenegger had run for president. Speaking of the Germans, let me just mention something. Germany was not a state until the late 1800s. If someone's born in Prussia or Bavaria, then their birth certificates say Prussia, Bavaria, the various different German states that later became part of the Federal Republic of Germany. Might very well make that mistake and put German for someone who was born in the 1800s. It wouldn't be right. We caught him. We caught Barack Obama. You will not find one, not a single one birth certificate of any African American born in the 1960s that says African, or says his father's African. It'll say race, it'll say Negro. I'm sorry, I'm not politically correct, but then they weren't politically correct back then, now were they? It was a different world. Now, my friends, Barack Hussein Obama got caught up in his own liberal political correctness, and we have just exposed it here on Conservative Studios. My friends, I close now, as I always do, as Frank used to do, by saying we honor our servicemen and women, all races, and all religions, serving in Iraq and Afghanistan. You liberals that try to accuse me of being racist, you just stupid. You're just stupid liberals, because we honor whether they're Muslim, whether they're Jewish, Christian. We honor them if they in the United States military fighting for this country. By the way, Barack Hussein Obama never fought for this country. His daddy never fought for this country. His daddy was a communist who hated this country, whether he an African or a Negro or whatever he was. According to his birth certificate, he African. Well, that okay, because it's a forgery. Well, my friends, I'm going to close tonight.
Yes.